chemical reactions and equations. Today we will study about two types of chemical reaction: displacement reaction and double displacement reaction. So, first of all, what is a chemical reaction? First question comes into the mind is what the chemical reaction is all about. Before answering the question, I would like you to think what happened when grapes get fermented. What happened when candle wax burns? What happened when food is cooked? And think that he would find is that final substance differs from original substance either physically or chemically. So we can say that chemical reaction is the formation of new substance, which differs in properties of original substance either physically or chemically. So, as we know that what is chemical reaction, let's begin with displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. Batteries are the good portable source of electricity. We use them in many devices like cell phone, remote control, flashlight, etc. So, what is happening inside the battery? Now, the basic concept in these types of batteries is that they use chemical reaction to generate electricity. Yes, chemical reaction can't generate electricity. So, to understand how chemical reactions are involved in batteries, let's take an example of a very simple battery, that is galvanic cell. Galvanic cell is basically a zinc and copper cell. So, there is a zinc rod, copper rod, dipped into zinc sulfate and copper sulfate solution respectively. But, before we go into detailing that how the batteries work, we first need to understand how zinc and copper will react with one another, because both of them are metals. So, to understand their reactivity with each other, he will take a zinc rod and copper sulfate solution. We will take zinc rod in the copper sulfate solution and leave it for a few minutes. We will notice that this blue color of a copper sulfate changed to colorless and there was a red deposited on a zinc rod. Now what does this signify? This implies that there has occurred the reaction between zinc rod and copper sulfate solution, where atoms of zinc rod broke away and came into copper sulfate solution, and in this process they displaced copper ion from the solution which were deposited on a zinc rod. So, such reactions are called displacement reaction because one metal displaced another metal from its salt solution. Now, these reactions are dependent on reactivity of metals, for that we will refer to reactivity series. This is the list of a metal in decreasing order of their reactivity. The metals on top are very reactive metal. The metal on the middle of series are moderate reactive metal, and metal at the bottom of the series are least reactive. So, in these types of displacement reaction, the general rule to be followed is that a metal lower in the reactivity series will be displaced from its salt solution by the metal higher in the reactivity series. Therefore, displacement reactions are a reaction in which a more reactive element replaces a less reactive element from its salt solution of the less reactive elements are called displacement reaction. Now, double displacement reaction. We love our parents and they love us back. A similar exchange occurs in chemistry, not of feelings but of ions, between ionic compounds. Confused? Let me tell you how so. For that let us go and make two friends, lead nitrate and potassium iodide, so whenever they meet there occurs an exchange of ions between them. Lead nitrate gives nitrate ion and takes some iodide ion from potassium iodide and LEDs, then the formation of new compound. Potassium nitrate and lead iodide, the yellow precipitate. These reactions are called the double displacement reaction. These types of reactions have two important features: exchange of ions in ionic compounds. One of the product can be separated in the form of insoluble precipitate and gas. Thanks for watching.